You're listening to the Fear in the Southwest podcast. This is Drew.
I'm Stephanie.
This is Ryan.
And I'm Alan.
Whoops. That's called crisis identity crisis. See, I can't even fucking say it right. Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Welcome to our first episode of our Summer Slaughter Fest.
Ooh. And I can't wait to get slaughtering.
We're 30 seconds in the gate now. Or he's like, I can't wait to slaughter people.
Wait, I thought you already would have had a count by now.
Yeah.
Oh, God. All right. So, in case you guys didn't hear the announcement, we are talking about some very, I don't know, what word are we looking for here, guys?
Fucked up
serial killers.
Yeah.
I'm going to make jokes that are really bad.
Alan's already like, I'm sorry.
You've been warned.
Very warned. This is not for the lighthearted.
Yeah, I tried thinking of different ways of making it more lighthearted. I'm like, no, this is gonna be horrible. And then Alan says, I have plenty. So I'm even worried.
We are not responsible.
Listen to our Richard Ramirez episode. You'll understand.
Oh my goodness. It's gonna be so much worse.
Ramirez smells.
All right,
Sanchez.
Alan, take it away. What's our first guy?
Let's talk about Samuel Little. This guy was fucked up.
Not to be confused with Stuart Little.
All the kids are afraid of mice now.
He was a murderous little rat.
With big hands.
Yeah. That's the word on the street.
Yeah. He wasn't as little.
Yeah, it wasn't as well.
Maybe
he was compensating for something.
That's what I thought. That was one of my theories when reading about him. He was compensating for something.
Because the only way he got off was touching girls' necks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's actually true. Like, he literally admitted he liked touching their Adam's apple.
Yeah.
And then he killed him.
Adam's apple.
Well,
The creepy thing is
Eve's apple.
he would touch their necks, choke them out, then take them to dinner. He took one person to dinner.
I thought he took
That's
him to
just
dinner.
a good way to do it.
Then
Yeah.
he did it again.
I'm guessing it was either soup or ice cream.
She was probably hoping for ice cream to numb it.
I know.
I wonder if he had a clientele of returners. Be like,
He had a clientele of hoes.
Did you do that again? Yeah.
No, I don't mean that. Like, literally, he picked off, like, the
He picked up prostitutes.
and killed them. His mind, he was cleaning the streets, and 93 kills later, he admits to all of them with such vivid detail that you're like, how do you remember all that?
But he did those amazing paintings, like hold the pose.
Oh my!
Don't move, right there.
Yeah.
Don't move. That's a good. Let me see that Adam's apple perk out. Yeah, the guy had
super accentuated Adam's apples on all the women pictures.
He
Yeah.
had a fucked up childhood.
Yeah.
Like
Choking women.
Well, you got kicked out on the streets. Mm-hmm. Barbaric mom.
That's usually what triggers these serial killers. Their mother.
All three of the ones we're talking about today.
It's usually mommy issues that start this trend of
Raping and killing.
hatred towards women, and a lot of times they are they pick off prostitutes because they don't think anyone will miss them, anyone's really looking for them,
And
but also
they're
vulnerable.
attacking their mothers. Yeah.
yeah, sometimes their mothers were prostitutes or had a lot of men over,
And they're very vulnerable.
They got like charged full price anyway.
He would give them drugs wherever they wanted, and basically took them to the woods, fucked her, and then strangulated her.
Yeah, it's like a slightly more serious version of dining and dashing.
Yeah. Well, it says that he was just seducing until his hands got on their necks.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy, 93 kills throughout the United States. He moved around. He partnered with a 7-year-old lady who helped him, steal food, steal a car. Like, she was a known shoplifter. And
Monster.
they stayed at a hotel. He went and, picked a girl, did his thing, killed her. Meanwhile, she's at the hotel stealing lotions, whatever she was fucking stealing.
Stealing lotions and towels. Yes, Karen, we're talking to you.
No particular Karens, though. Just
Oh, you know who you are.
Especially with those summer vacations going on right now.
Yeah.
it's Bed Bath and Body Works lotion. We gotta take it. Anyways, so now here's what's really weird about this guy. Like, one, he has a really good photogenic memory. That's why he made these drawings. But he remembers them in detail. Like, we were watching the footage of like him being interviewed like in prison, and he's like, "Oh man, honey, oh man, she was beautiful, had honey-colored skin, and like she was little, like just she was beautiful, and I took her and buried her under some tires, you know."
A very big Adam's apple. I remember her.
Yeah. And the thing was, he was like openly like once he knew he like wasn't gonna get out, you know, after he got convicted, like
He didn't
like
give a shit.
the 3 murders, he just fucking let it all
Yeah,
out.
he let
and
it
he was
out.
like smiling.
It was him talking about the weather.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was. It really was. And he would like reminisce, and you would actually see him smirk, smile, like something would light up in his eyes when he was
And
talking
he
about
said
this.
the creepiest thing I've ever heard was him being like, "I'm sick and I spent all my time up here with my babies."
While he's pointing
Yeah.
to his head, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
he
like,
was, and he would talk with a smile. And it was like the one lady said, it was like very nostalgic. It was very happy for him to talk about this. Like he was like, "Yeah, I grabbed her mate. I strangled her. I don't use a gun. Like I only drowned one of my kills, but I strangled him." Like he was.
Yeah.
And then, like one time, like, "Oh, what is this grapevine? How many grapes on this grapevine?" He would come back to cities to kill another one because they didn't stop him. He started in what was it, 1977? Like was the first kill, or 70, something like that.
I know it was the 70s.
Yeah, back when murdering was cool.
The serial killer rampage.
Before it became so commercial.
Yeah.
But the way
I hate the merchandising of modern murder.
the way he talked about it though, like you watch the footage and you just saw like it's like he was chilling with homies. Oh yeah, and then I strangled her and I took her to some desolate area, threw her in the bushes, and left her for dead, or she was dead. They weren't gonna find her body for a while.
Maybe she was
And
dead.
now,
Then I went to Red Lobster and got like, you know.
he developed an MO. Like he knew the target, he was good at it, so he was going after prostitutes, like low light, like he knew like. As he said, like they wouldn't be missed. He didn't if they weren't important to somebody.
They weren't missed right away.
And
They weren't missed right away. We should
When
say
those
that.
people are like looking
Yeah.
out for Jeffrey Dahmer, and this guy Marvin Gaye comes up,
Now, the thing, it's even more like he just developed like it was like a erotic, like that was how he got off with strangling these girls.
Even without the intercourse, that was his way of getting off.
Yeah. And
we've
he-
talked about Thuggy Barem. That was the whole purpose of his strangulation of people.
He just the way he talked about it, he was so comfortable just splurting out like every detail.
Joking around with the woman who was doing all the interviews, right?
Yeah, he was.
The entire time.
Yeah, he was.
And she's like, if this was then, you would have killed me already. Yeah, I would have.
He wasn't afraid to say that. And even one of the officers was like, he seemed like an easygoing guy, but you wouldn't even think what he's done until you sit there and you listen to his stories, and then you start to fear like you wouldn't want him with your daughter, your sister, anyone.
Yeah, and they went in with the tactic where they were trying to like, buddy him, like get more information. They were trying to get information, and he thought he was making friends.
He was getting his 15 minutes at
Yeah.
the end of his life.
The thing
that
is,
was his whole purpose.
The officers they started getting like Christmas cards from him and said, if you need any more information on maybe solving other cases that I may have done, I'm very happy to help.
And that's the thing. He remembered every single victim. And there was even one victim that they brought up, and he's like, "Oh, no, I didn't kill her. That wasn't me." He's like, I
tried
remember
to."
getting a hold of her, but when I left her, she was still alive, or she got away or something.
Yeah, I didn't.
hanging
I didn't
out with
ca-
this guy,
I
Ted.
went back.
Yeah.
He's like, I went back to
Yeah,
kill,
and
and she was
someone else
gone.
had gotten her. So he really kept close track of his kills, and he did not take credit for other kills.
Yeah, no, they tried. Like, I went back for her, but she was already gone.
Those are the terrifying killers. Yeah.
Man,
When some of them they make your skin crawl just looking at them, like Richard Ramirez.
Man, it's so
But
messed.
this guy or Ted Bundy, you know those types.
Yeah.
Not the person that you would visualize as one as like a mass murderer.
Yeah, I was blown away. If you guys go on YouTube and literally just search Samuel Little, and you will be welcomed with that footage.
As of right now, he's crowned the most prolific American serial killer and proved kills.
Yeah. And he did pass away December 30th of 2020.
What's crazy is this man was arrested almost 100 times.
Yeah.
For different crimes, for different things. And some of these, he was linked to the crimes, but there wasn't enough DNA. That's the thing that really let a lot of killers go, especially in the 70s, 80s window. It wasn't until, later, especially in the 90s, that's when DNA took off. That's when it was starting to be perfected.
Yeah.
And so they couldn't tie him to a lot of these things, and he got away.
And then also thinking pieces of trash that he just tossed on the side of the road.
And the bodies, it took so long for him to find the bodies. There wasn't any evidence left. There wasn't any evidence of the strangulation. Like, it was all gone. Now, another thing, you mentioned he's been arrested. There's been a few times this man has sweet-talked his way out with a dead body in the car.
Yeah.
He got pulled over.
Ridgway did that with a prostitute and her kids in the car.
Yeah, he literally had a dead lady in the backseat of his car, and he was like, out in the, what are you doing? Oh, I just had a, romp night with my wife, and she's passed out, and then and then distracted the officers from looking more.
That person's a psychopath, so it doesn't come off as deceptive.
And he got away with that.
Yeah.
Twice.
And what's different about this one here, most serial killers like to take trophies, whether it's pieces of hair, jewelry,
IDs,
pictures, they try to take something from their victim. This man didn't. He didn't take anything.
I think
he kept it all
in his head, and that's what his artwork became. His artwork became his trophy. And his artwork was so descriptive because he used, what did he use? Color pencils,
Colored
pencil, crayon. But he would actually draw the hemorrhaging in their eyes from the asphyxiation.
Those are like classic American primal Graham and Moses kind of paintings. They look great.
Wonder how much they sell for.
Well, you're the artist.
Who knows?
You tell us.
After going in that museum that we went to and seeing all of Manson's paintings and drawings and stuff, who knows?
Yeah. One lady was in charge with it because none of his family wanted anything to do with it.
Yeah, things were left to her and what she would do with his estate or whatever he had left.
The artwork, whatever he had left, she was responsible
the writings, everything she was responsible for. And this is the one that she was afraid of him, but she kept,
She kept engaging.
Exactly.
And he got that sort of, that Hannibal Lecter kind of moment.
Good way to describe it.
That's the perfect way of really describing it. But yeah, that man was fucked up.
Not as bad as the next one, so.
Let's go into the next one. We started off with Samuel Little. Next one, who do we got?
Luis Garavito.
Ooh. Didn't he just get out, or he's about to get out?
Right about to get out.
Well, he was a nice guy.
148 confirmed kills.
Oh my God.
He was a sweetheart. He helped the janitor pick up trash. It was great.
Let me guess, good behavior?
He's a great mopper.
Yeah.
We need more of those moppers.
He was born to do it.
He mentored some of the younger inmates.
Oh, man. That guy, he was terrifying. They call him the Beast for that reason, because he was a mop,
So what did he do? Story time.
Story time.
He assaulted and killed 148 boys, the ones that they've proven.
146, 48, something like that.
Yeah, and
The Bestia.
He would a lot of times he would hold on to the kids for days, and he would break their bones so they couldn't get away. And then eventually he would end up using a rock or a knife or a blunted knife to decapitate them.
Wow.
Yeah. By the end, he had done it so many times. He had buried them, and then he put them in mass graves because he was doing it so much. And eventually, he just started leaving them on a hillside.
So with minimum of 146, young.
Yeah.
Authorities are, gauging his death toll to be more towards the 300s.
Wow.
Yeah, 300-400 exactly.
And these were all young men or young boys, right?
Yeah, homeless, orphaned children in South America between the ages of 5, 6, all the way up to the teenagers. With young boys, he would lure them with candy, and with the older boys, he would give promise of work or shelter, and then conduct his assault.
Yeah, he would just walk with them till they're tired, and then he would attack them.
And he confessed after a minor crime, though, right?
Yeah.
And the officers didn't believe him at first.
Yeah, I believe it was a Reese's cup.
Yeah, it was something completely trivial, but in the situation, he ended up.
No, by the way, I killed a lot of people.
Yeah. They didn't believe him. They did not believe he did it. They didn't even look into it. It was only when the bodies started showing up that they're like, holy crap, this guy wasn't joking.
Wow. Yeah.
Literally.
He's a good disappearer. You follow immigrant groups, workers, plot out his kill, and then disappear again.
He could wind up here.
Yeah, but when he started, it was kind of weird though, because he had a girlfriend, and his girlfriend had a little girl, and he was part of the family, and they reported that he was just a quiet, gentle man, just like an everyday Bob or Tim. And
he's a Bob or a Tim,
but with a really, really dark hobby.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Imagine finding that out.
Yep. Never trust a Bob.
There are some sick people out there. There are some people who have these hidden fetishes that you wouldn't even think.
Yeah.
And, it just takes a conversation or them to be stressed out or something, and they will reveal their true nature, what they're interested in.
Now, he was
getting only a single year for every 8.5 people you kill.
I just was looking at the statistics. So he was sentenced. He was given the longest sentence in Colombian history, which was ridiculous. Then a law was passed that you couldn't have a sentence longer than 25 years.
What?
Then good behavior has the guy
Colombia.
getting out of prison soon after a measly 17 years. So that's 8.5 horrendous murders for every year he has spent behind bars.
So in Colombia, you can't serve more than 25 years for
And he's getting out this year.
a crime.
Yeah.
That's insane.
25-year top.
So
He was well behaved.
See, if America operated like this,
man. I don't care if you well behaved.
if America operated
Why
like
weren't you
this,
well behaved in society? Sorry.
So I was horny, man. Yeah, fucking horrendous fucking people.
Go ahead, Ryan. Sorry.
if America had more laws like this, we wouldn't have a millennial issue. Just saying. You're like, I'll take out your whole group of friends. I'll be out next year. Look at me when I'm speaking to you. Eyes up, out of phone.
Millennials.
So
I loved all the crazy parallels between Luis Garavito's crimes, his whole criminal career, and Lopez's, Pedro Lopez.
Well, that's the next guy. Mm-hmm. Pedro Lopez.
Yeah, same exact story. The only major differences are the way and who they killed. One strangled little girls, and the other one,
boys.
Little boys.
Yeah.
Jesus.
They both moved with the same crowd. They both killed in like 6 countries.
Same places, South America.
His total counts
Disappear
around
constantly, and
his count's about 110.
proven ones.
Proven ones.
Yeah, they think something around 400. And they didn't believe him either until a flood unburied 50 bodies.
Wow.
Dang, it took a flood to prove him guilty.
That's usually what
Yeah,
gets
these little
these
kids
people.
started swimming down the road. It was fucked up.
This is what ends up getting these people caught. It's usually like a natural disaster. Mm-hmm. A flood happens, the bodies rise up from the ground or wherever they're being kept, or just something happens to the house, or like a fire, and then people are rescued and they realize, hey, there's a bunch of bodies in here, but not the people who were in the fire. So who are these bodies? It's always something weird that a lot of these people get caught.
Karma.
And it could take years for them to get caught.
Karma.
I don't understand how
Oozing out the
John
ground.
Wayne Gacy went on for years with 30 kids under his house. especially given that it was smelling like a grave the entire time.
Maggots, bugs,
gross.
He would ask
gotta
the
be great
kids
for
to
the
go
soil,
under there
though.
and work with him to help mask the smells, and then sometimes he'd kill them while they're under there.
It's got to be great for the soil, though.
Man. Those
some
kids were
beautiful
mostly
roses in that
dicks,
yard.
so it's hard.
What's your secret?
That's your secret. Children.
You'd be surprised what my secret is. Dead bodies.
And what's crazy is this time of year is the time that we see a rise in killings, but a lot of the serial killers become the most active this time of year. There's something about the summer heat that just makes people go insane. Well, look at us here. We're like, 113 degrees today?
Last time we were outside, 30 minutes ago, it was 110 degrees outside.
Yeah.
And the sun was down.
It is hot here. And then, I'm on this Facebook group,
And this is
Face group.
and there's so many stabbings right now. There's a stabbing at least 3 times a day, every day, different parts of town. It's
I hope so.
How people say hello nowadays.
seriously.
Way
It's
too many people getting shot these days. I think an old stabbing is just what we need.
And take it back to our roots.
Yeah.
Well, he's definitely over the 350 mark.
Yeah.
His claim of 350, the investigators claim it's
50
probably
from one body or from one dump site.
Yeah. So he spent a whopping 14 years
In prison.
Colombian prison
Because he was well mannered.
because he was a good boy there.
He was a nice person.
Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck is wrong with people?
He had the best jokes. He
Had the best jokes.
This is where
I don't
our drama
understand how
club.
you can look past it. Other than that, he was a pretty cool dude. Are you kidding me?
He killed over 300 people, but if you look past that, he was
Yeah.
a show.
When he wasn't doing that, he was legit.
This is where legal systems are really screwed up. And if they're going, I watched this documentary, and it's something I was telling Ryan about before we did the podcast.
That sounded like a squeaky door.
Yeah, it did. That was kind of weird. What was that?
Ghosts.
That was Alan's cup.
Oh, was it?
That was Alan's cup.
That's a
But at
crazy
least
thing.
you didn't
But that was very
hear my
spooky.
gulping this time.
It was just... It sounded like a door opening also.
I did.
I was like, it's happening.
Either that or Alan's drinking souls.
Not again.
Not again. No. You know how long it took him to fix
Your
him
soul
last
is
time?
mine. Mortal Kombat.
Your soul is mine.
That's what it sounded like. No, but what we were talking about before we came in here.
Watching a documentary.
I was watching a documentary about how people are trying to rehabilitate pedophiles who are going to be re-released into the wild. I mean, into the
wild.
I kind of like that. Like, just drive him or fly him somewhere in Alaska and be like, "You're free now."
Run, be free.
Yeah.
But seriously,
Straight up Australia.
It's
Hunger Games for the bears.
It's so disturbing. They need to do something with these pedophiles because they believe they can be rehabilitated. And what they did was they took this man and they made him sit in a chair and they provided electroshock therapy for every time he had a thought that was, to harm or to sexually exploit
They
a
used
child.
to do this with women in like asylums where they would masturbate women for their
Yeah,
yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
No, I'm
they
not
would.
even joking.
They would. It was called hysteria. Women who seemed to be moody. They seemed to have mood swings, temperamental issues,
Or if you're gay,
unhappiness.
too.
Yeah, or
That
if they
would-
were
yeah.
lesbian, they would do the sexual treatments to get them off and to better their mood or to make them attracted to men.
Yeah.
So they're doing this in these pedophile rehabilitation programs, okay? And what they were doing was
They're just going to be tagging them and letting them go.
I hope not, Jesus. I think people would have a field day.
Well, then
Pedophile
again,
hunting.
we release them into Alaska. It's going to be Hunger Games
Yeah,
for the
man.
bears.
Yeah.
We'll be watching.
I think that
bears
could be
will
a
be like
winner.
food.
But this is the
that's-
sick part. This is the sick part. They make them watch videos of children. They make them watch videos of children, and anytime they start to get aroused, they get shocked. And then there's another case where they took these cotton balls and they made this tincture that is very foul smelling. It can make them throw up if they smell it too much. And every time they start getting excited, aroused, they have to smell it. And at one point, this man just pretty much had his face in this bottle, and you could tell he was turning green. But the whole thing is to get them to disassociate children with sexual desire.
That's just hazing, though, right?
Yeah, I was just like, what the heck is this? Like, it's true, though. It's really true.
There are some fucked up human
And then they get released out there, and they have to go door to door and say, I'm a sex offender.
No, that's great.
They have to.
Man,
Yeah, well,
Who's this new neighbor?
at least they're not Mormons.
did you check to see if he had a tag?
Have you heard the good news?
Oh, see, you got the dogs barking.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So, good job. Good job, Jim.
Yeah, there we go.
So if you guys had an idea of how to like deal with a nation's strange ass sex offender problem, what would it be?
I like the Alaska thing that we were talking
Alaska? The
about.
Hunger
I think that'd be
Games.
great. I think people would watch the shit out of that show. It's like Naked and Afraid, but with bears and stuff coming after them.
Wait,
I think that is absolutely great.
Guys, we got to up at one. These are very hungry bears.
Yeah.
These are bears that haven't been able to eat fish in a while, so I guess pedophiles look pretty good to them.
Oh my god, I got the perfect title:
Is it
Predators
a
versus
growler bear
Predators.
or
Yeah.
a Pizzly bear? Man,
Oh my God.
I'd like to see one of them get killed by a panda bear, actually.
Cute little panda.
How about a penguin?
Chewing on some bamboo, takes him out.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
No, that'd be
Puts him
actually
upside his head.
Some kung fu panda going on?
Seriously,
Absolutely.
choke him out or something.
drop him in the middle of Thailand. Be like, good luck.
Man,
Or
that'd be
better
great.
yet, just like randomly fly a plane, just like push him out. Wherever you land, good luck. Oh, look.
Well, if we're
Shark.
gonna do that, aim for Canada because they're too happy anyways.
Well, let's not get them against
The
us.
lumber
though.
shortage right now is ridiculous. Why haven't we already occupied Canada?
Wait, what?
Why haven't we already
I was like, are we
conquered and
crucifying
occupied?
them? Like, I went completely dark.
Not
I
all
went
of them.
so dark.
Not all of them. There'll be
like-
some crucifixions.
I was like, lumber
That's
for
like, are we crucifying them? Whoa.
This turned into a political podcast.
God. No.
Heil
or
Allen.
burning them at the stake. You still need a stake, you know?
Yeah, man.
So
She's trying to bring back the Salem witch
Porterhouse.
trials all
you
over
know,
again.
sometimes public execution, it was,
It worked.
necessary.
It's not
it was necessary.
It's not about exercising the killer. It's about exercising the public. That's what execution is for.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the French.
Oh my God, guys. Okay. Well,
We're not talking about Robespierre.
Ryan, what would you do with all these electro-treated pedophiles to be released into the wild?
I stick to my initial thing is that I wanna send them to Canada
Why?
because they're too happy.
Why?
But they have all the drugs they could want there.
Exactly.
Oh no. Oh no.
No.
Exactly. Just balance the scale out a little bit.
Would it?
I mean, they have free health care and maple syrup.
At least there, the kids are a
little bit of sugar helps the medicine go down.
Spread out over the place because there's a much smaller population.
Yeah, their sugar grows in their trees. They're a happy country.
Yeah.
They don't got enough of the diddlins.
Do you think? Do you guys think Lopez's and Luis's punishments were a little too little?
Oh no!
No.
Like, real talk, they should all die.
Actually, those kids all sucked. I mean,
He kept kicking his ball in
those
my
were
yard.
the average kids.
my
What do you
goodness.
what do you suppose would have happened if those happened in the U.S. territory?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
Do you think they would have gone like right to death penalty, like not wait 25 years?
Well, it's kind of like what happens here. So it's
But-
crazy because a lot of males who do rape women, they only serve 6 months to a year in jail for their crime.
They're gonna drag him behind a vehicle.
So
I'm thinking.
There's just too much leniency on sex crimes in this country, but in other countries as well.
Clearly. Kill over 400 kids and, you're free to go home.
Oh, you can't do more than 25 years, so we're going to let you out in 14. Yeah, that's a great plan.
Who thought that one through?
But he was really nice.
Some countries
great
you can
guy.
own them. So
Was he friends with the warden? Mm-hmm. Yeah, y'all went quiet there, didn't you? You all fucking went quiet right there.
That was Ted Bundy though. Ted Bundy during his trial. I mean, he had been taken for all the he had been arrested for all these murders, and he's talking with the guys at the courthouse, being like, "Oh, why do women wear like perfume and makeup? Because they're stupid and ugly." Or
Is he trying to write dad jokes at the courthouse?
Like the worst woman-hating joke ever.
Yeah. And what's sad is a lot of women idolize people like this, and they will send them their panties. They will send them letters with their perfume and dirty pictures. And it's like, what is going on?
they have that stuff in vending machines in Japan. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. It's a fact.
Wow.
They do.
They do.
Oh my gosh, guys.
They have underwear vending machines. Yeah.
Oh, what a world we live in.
Yeah.
seriously.
You can marry
it's a
your
weird
pillow
world.
there, so why not?
You can marry your pillow.
You can buy underwear from the vending machine, and I'm going to go marry my pillow.
You know what? I saw a person that wanted to marry their sex doll.
I saw someone that married themselves.
No, it was a real doll.
Oh.
Different. That's half of a real person.
Guys. I can't even
Yeah.
I can marry
This
my
is
pillow
the
myself.
darkest subject matter we've ever taken on in the entire time.
Yeah, and guess what?
We're doing piss takes.
Guess what? So this is only episode 1 of our summer Slaughterfest.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. There will be more. So stand at your seats. Comment on our Facebook. Let us know who you want us to talk about. What crazy serial killer do you want us to openly discuss?
How would you dispatch the pedophiles in the area?
I honestly thought, what crazy serial killer would you want to
Deathmatch?
be?
I totally thought you were
I
going
thought
down
that's
there.
where you were going. I was like, Drew, no. I was like looking at you. I was like doing the throat slit thing.
Submit
no.
how
I was
you
like,
dispose of your
got
bodies.
it. That's where I thought it was going. Oh my God.
I wasn't going to say what serial killer would
By
you
the
be.
way, we are all good people.
What's your favorite formula for arsenic?
Is that a seasoning?
Yeah, it's garlic. It's what garlic is when I spice things with garlic.
Eat a bunch of apple seeds.
Oh man.
Man, this steak tastes like arsenic. How much garlic did you put on this shit?
That same print.
One of us is here is a vampire. They're not going to make it.
Oh man.
All right, guys.
And to think that we would,
Go ahead.
never doubt that we can come up with horrendous jokes.
About horrendous things.
Yeah.
Yeah, so suggest something for us to make fun of.
Yeah, there you go.
No matter how serious
serial
it
killer
is.
do you want us to
Challenge
crack
us.
jokes about? What serial killer do you want us to joke about? You ever think you'd laugh about a serial killer? Listen to our show.
Anything goes.
That's pretty fucked up, I know. But like seriously, we just
I'm in a
cracked
rocking
jokes.
chair, dying.
She's in a rocking chair dying. Don't worry, we're not killing her.
I'm in a sick.
Maybe with laughter. All right, guys. It's been Fear in the Southwest podcast. Our first episode of our Summer Slaughterfest. Stay tuned for more. Stay creepy.
Hey, look, a tyrant.